Reptiles are one of the most misunderstood and hated animals out there. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 common reptile myths and misinformation which many people seem to believe and correct them. Let's start with number 1. Reptiles are slimy. More specifically, snakes are slimy, but I've heard people say lizards are too, so I'm going to include them and say reptiles rather than just snakes. When I ask people who dislike reptiles why do they dislike them, they often respond with because they're slimy. This however is not true at all, and reptiles are actually soft, smooth or rough and always dry. In fact, one of the things that makes a reptile is that it has dry, scaly skin. They feel like leather, and depending on the species there may be some texture as well. I have a few theories where this myth originated from. Firstly, it could be that some snakes are iridescent, and to some people it may seem to be wet, but this is not true, and snakes like Brazilian rainbow boas are naturally iridescent. Secondly, I think that people often don't know that reptiles and amphibians aren't the same thing, and they see amphibians, which are slimy, because they produce a mucus coating over their skin and think amphibians are slimy, so reptiles must be too. So next time someone says that reptiles are slimy, you can confidently say they're not. Let's now go on to number 2. Is it poisonous? When I have orange out or talk to other people about keeping reptiles as pets, they tend to ask me, is it poisonous? What they probably mean to say is venomous. Poison is a type of toxin that can harm you if you swallow it, inhale it, or absorb it. Examples of poisonous animals include poison dart frogs, cane toads, and pufferfish. Venom is a type of poison that is injected by a bite or sting, and it needs to enter the bloodstream. Examples of venomous animals are taipans, jellyfish, and scorpions. Also, 600 out of 3,000 species of snakes are venomous, and only 200 of them are able to kill or significantly harm humans. For lizards, only 3 species are venomous. So when someone owns a reptile, it is highly unlikely they are venomous or poisonous. Remember, if it bites you and you die, it's venomous. If you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. And you're stupid. Number 3, it'll eat you. No, it won't eat you. No matter what species you own, your pet reptile can't eat you. There is a story that is often told about a woman who slept with a snake every night, and one day it started stretching out next to her and started to refuse meals. She then goes to a vet, and the vet says that it's measuring her and waiting until it's big enough to eat her. That is a completely fake story. First of all, snakes are opportunistic hunters, and they don't plan their meal nor measure their prey. Can you imagine a snake sneaking up to a small rabbit, stretching out beside it and think, oh it's too big, I'll wait until I'm big enough, and do that over and over again? No. Most animals tend not to let their predators mimic tape measures right next to them. They run. Snakes would have died out a long time ago if this was true. Secondly, snakes do go off food for extremely long periods anyway, sometimes a few months. This is perfectly normal behaviour, and no vet will come to the conclusion that it is planning to eat you just because it has gone off food. Number 4, can't you just give it a salad? Just to be clear, I'm talking about snakes, and some other reptiles can live off a vegetarian diet like uromastyx and tortoises, but snakes can't. There isn't a single species of snake out there that could survive off of a vegetarian diet. Snakes are strictly carnivores and cannot, I repeat, cannot eat vegetables. I don't care if you're a vegetarian, your whole family's vegetarian, and you want your snake to be vegetarian. It will never be a herbivore. I was amazed to hear some people asking about feeding vegetables to snakes. Never do it. Their body is not meant to consume plant matter, and turning your snake vegan will kill it. Also, I'll mention that corn snakes don't eat corn, and milk snakes don't drink milk. And finally, number 5. Turtles can't feel their shells. A turtle's shell is actually a part of its bone structure and is attached to the turtle's spine and ribs. It is made of living bones covered up by keratin plates called scutes, and if cut deeply enough it will bleed. Despite it being hard and armor-like, the shell does have nerve endings, meaning they can feel outside their shell. Because they can feel pain through their shell, the practice of drilling holes into turtle shells to attach a leash is incredibly cruel and very painful for the animal. And there you go, 5 common reptile myths which many people seem to believe. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.